freemiums or lead magnets. And I'm going to share with you what makes a good lead magnet. What can you create inside of your lead magnet to make sure that more people click the button to download it? And also, what are the key things that you should be thinking about when you're developing your lead magnet? And as well as that, of course, we're going to have some GSD time to come up with ideas for your lead magnet as well. So hang on in. As always, we are going to do our theme song, and I'll be back in 3.5 minutes while we wait for the rest of the elites to join me in Zoom. See you back here in 3.5. Let's get our boogie on.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. Today, we're going to be talking about lead magnets. So if you're out there multitasking, don't, because we are actually going to be getting lots of shit done today to help improve your lead magnets. Now, let me know in the chat, do you currently have a lead magnet? Type the word yes in the chat if you have one, and no if you don't. And put lots of question marks in if you don't even know what a lead magnet is. That way, we can get a bit of an idea here on what we're teaching, what we're doing, and making sure that, you are getting the best value here during your time with me. Now, every single week I go live at this time at 9 a.m. Melbourne time, and I cannot wait. We're going to hit daylight saving soon, and our beautiful friends over in America and Canada, some of them are going to be falling back. That means that we're going to get even more time together. So whatever time it is right now for you, go back 2 hours, and very soon it's going to be 2 hours earlier. How exciting is that? I love this time of the year. Everyone's like, yeah, I know, right? So I get to, some of you lovelies over in America will still be here after our lunchtime, which is really nice. All right. So we've got a few people coming in now with their responses. Maria says yes. She's got a lead magnet. Yes. Brittany on Restream or YouTube says no, but I badly need one. Well, Brittany, hopefully after today, we're going to inspire you to get that done. All right. Bridget wants to know what date. I don't know. Ask Google. They're pretty smart. Right? Google knows a lot. There we go. Look, Maria's already looked it up. So in Australia, that's when we go back, forward, one of the two. Forward. I don't know. Anyway, it works out good. And I don't know when it is for America, but there's usually a week or two in between. But it's my favourite time of the year. One, because it's spring and I'm a spring baby, just like Jackie, right? We're spring babies and we love the blossoms and the changing of the trees. Yes, she's waving. Hi, Jackie. She's busy. She's busy working in the background. We love her. Jackie flew home yesterday and we didn't even realise. Lucky Jackie was paying attention because she's like, I can't stay. I've got to catch a plane. And I'm like, because we were busy working along. All of a sudden, I've looked over at the clock and it's 3:15 and her flight's out at 4:10. And I'm like, oh, shit. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about lead magnets. Now, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, I'm just going to touch on it very briefly. But you know me, I love to draw. So let's bring up the little iPad and let's have a little talk about a lead magnet. So as a business owner, right, we help people, right? These little people over here, they've got a problem. And we know the steps to get them over here to the transformation. Or you could say, I'm running out, or the solution. Oh, dear. All right. It's going to be one of those days. I think my spelling or my space spelling is all wrong. Anyway, what we do is we have little steps that we take them through, usually, especially if you're a coach or a consultant, right? This is generally who we attract, service-based businesses. Now, this is point A, and this is Z or Z, depends on where you are in the world. And our lead magnet is here, okay? It is the little step between, it's actually, if I just do this, it's in here. So it's a little step between A to B, right? This is where the lead magnet falls in here. Now, what we're asking people to do is just to give up their email address, and we are going to give them a very valuable resource. Now, that being said, I'm going to come back to you right now. Only 20% of the people that download your lead magnet will actually read it. But what it's telling you is they have clicked the button, typed in their email address and said, I need help with that thing. Okay, so know that even if they don't open and read it, they're still at least raising their hand to say, yes, I need help. And then what we do is after that lead magnet, the next step is a small offer. Okay, now that small offer is asking them to give up one of two things. One, asking them to give up a little bit of money, generally $1, and it could be up to sort of $47. This is what's called a tripwire. It's getting them to at least pull out their credit card and show that they're willing to invest in some help, even if it's $1. That just qualifies people so much more. The other option is, instead of money, ask them to give up their time. And this is usually in the way of a one-on-one conversation, right? So they're coming in, you're asking lots of fabulous questions, you're listening more than you're speaking, so that you can present them with an offer at the end. Now, I've got sales training around how to run a sales call. That is not part of today's lesson. And if you want to know more about that, then just email us at hello@omnisam.com.au and I can organize my team to go and find that training video and point you in the right direction. Now, when we're building out this offer, what we're doing is we're going to put a landing page in place that will ask for their name and their email. Now, sometimes you might ask for their phone number. It really depends on whether it's a cold lead, whether you're retargeting people, or what the actual offer is on the next page. But minimum name and phone number, email address. Now, I know there will be a lot of other marketing people out there that say, just do an email. I'm like, no, because it's a beautiful human on the other end. And this is my personal opinion. Sure, you'll get more opt-ins with no name on it. But to me, I want to know them, even if it's just their name. So when I'm writing to them in the email, it's personal. Then once they click, there's a little submit button here at the bottom. Then it directs them to another page. And this is what we call the thank you page, or it could be called the one-time offer page. And this is where we ask them to give up a little bit of money or a little bit of time. So you'll either have a checkout or a calendar booking page on there. Now, I also recommend on that page, you also put a little video. You will be able to explain more and speak to exactly what that person's looking for, and actually build that know, like, and trust factor up even more with a video on that landing page. So you'll convert more people. All right. So that's the funnel that you will be building. Okay. Now, off the back end of that, there's emails and follow-ups. But today really is just about that lead magnet, about capturing that information from them. All right. So that's kind of what we would call the user interface or the user experience. Now, before this landing page, so before you get to this landing page here, you would have a traffic source. Right? Now, tell me anybody who, I can't spell. Tell me anybody in the chat who knows what traffic sources are. Give me some examples of what traffic sources are. Get those tippy-tap fingers out. Come on back to me. What are traffic sources? Right? We're here to help and support each other, and I want you to think and be present at this time that we're spending together. Let's have a look. We're just waiting for them to come in. So who has started to build a funnel? Have you started building a funnel yet? I know anyone who did our GSD recently, right? They definitely started building a funnel. All right, she's in. Yes, Maria. All right, Maria says, Bridget says, social media, call to action, Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Yes, that's right. You want to put them in front of. Social media, says Prue. Yeah. Facebook, yes. All right, let me give you some more examples of traffic sources. So yes, this is kind of the one thing that people go to, right? Your Facebook, your IG, your YouTube. Now, let me talk to you about this. If somebody is already following you, do you think they would be considered a new lead? Cold? No. Now, we still want to put it on our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, and even if you've done the business in a box, it's what you would call your re-engagement campaign, where you're giving something away to re-warm up your leads. So this is not actually what's considered, if you know your stages of the customer life cycle, this one is actually stage 3, which is nurture to convert. Now, it still is a traffic source, but it's a re-engagement type, or we like to call it your organic, or people already on your list. And the same here, you could email your list. But what I want you to really think about is your stage 1 traffic sources. People who do not know you yet. Okay, so let's think about that. People who do not know you yet. Who can come up with ideas for where would we go to get our ad in front of people who do not yet know us? So Joanne's put a few down here. Social media. Yeah, you can go into Facebook groups. Make sure you give. All right, we have a thing inside of our Facebook groups. Be of value inside of that Facebook group. Okay, don't just go in there to get people, because you'll get kicked out very quick. Referrals, yep, that's another one. And those traffic sources are the best type because they already come with social proof because somebody's told them about you. Networking events, going out to networking events, actually getting out of the house. Jackie would go, yes, Sally, you should do that more often. She's usually the one out at the events while I'm still sitting doing my techie stuff. But yes, I still do. Like when I'm out shopping, right? If I can make a conversation with somebody, I will. If I go out for dinner and I love the musician, I will go up and introduce myself to the band. You know that the musicians love for people to go up to them and tell them they're amazing, right? And then you ask them about social media and then the next thing you're talking about social media scheduling and, oh, hang on, I run a software company that actually has a social media scheduler. How about that? Right? But it's still really fun to talk to those people. What else can you think of? Yes, great one there, Susan. Susan says a community bulletin board. These are great inside of Facebook. When I first started and I had no money for ads, right, what I used to do is I would look for bulletin boards, community, notice board. I would open up Google Maps and I would go into an area and I would find all the suburbs, then the states and the towns, and I would search. Think about it. How many suburbs are in your area alone? Then in your city, and then in your state. And I can tell you, you will find bulletin boards, community boards, notice boards, and you can join them. Little thing I used to say is, I'm joining because my mum lives in that area. Right? Just a little white lie to get in. But I don't go in and not give value, right? I still go in and give value. It just makes for good karma, right? Don't just go to get people. Don't be one of those people that get in and the first post you do is to get people, because the admins can check how many posts you've done, how many posts you've commented on, right? So what else? Can anyone think of anything else that you can do for traffic sources? What about conferences? Nothing wrong with going to a good conference, but also you're going to learn, but go there to set a goal. When Jackie goes to, say, a BNI event, she will set a goal of how many business cards she's going to collect during her time at that event. All right. So you can build it, but they will not come unless you put it in front of traffic sources. All right. Now, the other one, of course, is paid ads. So there's 2 different types of traffic sources. Ones that take your time, right? That's knocking on doors, posting in Facebook groups, reaching out to collaborators and trying to get onto podcasts or being a writer for a blog post, right? But then there's ones, then it's slow, takes a lot of time, and it's slow to grow. Or you can save time and spend money and you will grow your leads faster. And once you get that Facebook ad running and it's converting, I cannot promise that it'll convert straight away, but it will if you do not give up. I see so many people run one Facebook ad and go, oh, it's not working. No, you're not working. Right? And, a story I always share is I had a client who was a fashion consultant, right? And she used to help people dress based off their body shape. What body shape are you? Let me know in the chat. Do you know what your body shape is? Right? I'm an hourglass. I know that now. Now, she had a lead magnet, it was just a PDF showing different body shapes and the types of clothes you can buy for the different types of body shapes. Now, we were running ads, and I don't reckon it wasn't much, right? It was like maybe $20 a day. But she was, hey, sorry, I'm just going to digress for a second. Joanne said chubby, cuddly, soft, much nicer words, right? I'm cuddly and soft too, right? I'm just like a big teddy bear, but I give kisses. All right, so I digress. All right, so what about fluffy? That could go down a whole nother path. That's a discussion for when we go dark. All right. So where was I? Money and time. Okay. There was, oh yes, my fashion consultant. So my fashion consultant. So she used to, I taught her how to use Zoom to do fashion consulting and go into shopping centres, and, she would be at home and they would be shopping for clothes and taking them into the dressing room and turning the phone around when they getting changed, right? Or she would do wardrobe audits, go through and help them, like, throw away things, especially if you're not good at throwing away things. So she would help them do that. But the lead magnet to her was this PDF on how to dress for your body shape. So we were running ads. We're getting about 10 emails a day, okay? And now you'd think, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's all right. But I was looking at how many views, because it doesn't matter what you're getting, you've got to still look at the numbers. And the amount of people that were seeing the ad versus how many were actually clicking on it were below the KPIs that I like people to get to. So the one thing that inside of an ad you can change that generally gives you 80% of your results is the main headline. That's that black information that you see right at the bottom near the learn more or download button. So we changed it, and you have to let it run for about sort of 24 to 72 hours, just depends on how many leads are coming through, before we can re-look at the numbers. Now, here's the thing. When you're making tweaks and changes, if I had changed the image, the copy, and the headline, and say it did really well, which one of those was actually the thing that gave me the results? This is the thing with running ads. You've got to change one and wait. One and wait. Right? So then what we did was I think it was about 3 or 4 times. And eventually, because one thing I always say is find a power word. Sometimes a power word can, give you a much better result. So eventually we put in the word how to dress for the perfect body shape. We just put the word perfect in. She went to bed getting 10 leads a day, woke up and sent me a message. Now, this lady never used to swear, or maybe she still doesn't swear. I don't know. She goes, holy shit, Sally, what have you done? And I'm like, oh my God, Lucia, what happened? Have I broken something? She goes, no, 400 emails. It was like 420 something emails. And we're like, okay, well, it's working. And then in a few days, she was getting that, because on the thank you page, she was offering a free audit of a wardrobe. It was a very quick session, like a 30-minute session, of course, turns into a sales call, but a free wardrobe audit. She had to turn the funnel off because she couldn't keep up with the amount of appointments that were coming through. Now, if she had turned that on and just gone, oh, it's not working, or just changed one thing and then said, nah, I'm going to go and build something else. Or that's what everyone thinks. If it's not working, let's just go make more stuff. Remember, 20% of the people actually read it, right? It's the thing that makes them click, that shows you that, yes, I'm interested, right? There's something back here in their brain going, ooh, yeah, right? So don't give up on your lead magnets once you've made it. It's about the messaging on the front end. How do you tell people about it? When you tell people about it, some of them will come. All right. So when you're putting your lead magnet together, let me talk about the main things that you need to ensure are in it because it makes for an awesome lead magnet. So let's come back over here. So the things that you should have in it that makes for a good lead magnet. One, it's easily consumable, right? You don't want to send them a manifesto that's going to take them 6 months to read. We want them to consume this in, like 5 to 10 minutes, right? Lead magnets are only effective when your audience uses them. So if you deliver a 300-page transcript, you will not gain traction. The second thing is you want it to be action-driven. Okay, not just giving them information, because just them getting the information does not make change. Lead magnets need to provide either a tool set that they can use or improve a skill set, okay, or mindset. So action-driven that improves either a tool set, a skill set, or a mindset. This useful audience information will actually be something that they apply. All right. Number 3, it needs to make noticeable improvement. And I'm dyslexic if I'm spelling things wrong. I'm just letting you know. I just roll with it. So imperfect action at its best. Oh, yeah, look, I bet you that's an A when I re-look at that. So it has to create noticeable improvement. People will continue to buy your products and your services if they actually work well. Funny that, right? Your lead magnet will become successful if it is valuable, okay, and they use it. Now, the fourth one, it's pretty obvious. It's free. Okay, the only thing they pay us with is their email address so that we can generate interest and opportunities for you. Now, the next one is it needs to be relevant. Now, if you've done your homework about your prospects, you'll know what is a trouble that they keep running into. What is a problem that they can't seem to solve? All right. And then the last one is it's instant, which means it gets delivered right to them then and there. Now, there are a few different ways that you can deliver it. One is on the thank you page. But this, to me, is pulling them out of the funnel because they'll click the downloadable and they leave the funnel. The purpose of the thank you page, remember, money or time. So the best way, in my opinion, and always recommended, is to deliver it in an email. So this is more like if they don't book an appointment or take the freebie, then what? They go to the email, right? That's the slower path to you. And or, if you've got WhatsApp or SMS, you can also deliver in messages as well if you've got that set up. But generally, this one, right? Email is how we deliver it. We also put a little tiny delay on the email because if, say, somebody gets an email on their phone or their computer, what happens when you get a new email in your inbox? Does anyone know what happens? Think about what you see on your screen. A little pop-up comes in at the top, or a little bing. And what that'll do is distract them from the purpose of the thank you page, and they'll go click it and they're out of the funnel. So if you can leave about a 5-minute delay, so they've got time to watch your video, time to book your appointment, or time to purchase the one-time offer on the thank you page. All right. So that's the most important stuff to put and ensure are inside of your lead magnets. Now, before I get you to do some GSD, let me give you some other tips around writing a good freemium. So these are some things to consider when you're writing your freemium. So here's some more, or lead magnet tips for writing. Okay, so 1, you ask questions, right? It's a questionnaire. Then the cool thing about a questionnaire is so the thank you page as well, just want to say, it can't be just anything. It has to feel like the next logical step from whatever the freebie was. So if the freebie was about time management, you cannot then go to imposter syndrome on the thank you page. It has to be something that builds upon the lead magnet. Another thing to do with your lead magnet, and these are also great when you're thinking about the title of your lead magnet, is use numbers in the title of the lead magnet. So 4 tips to, 3 resources for. That way, they know what the promise is. What's the goal? They've only got to do 3 steps, 4 tips. Another thing you can do when you're sort of coming up with the title, I should write title here because this is more sort of title related, is create a sense of urgency. Okay, so for a limited time or, for a limited time, or this goes away in 2 days, or the price goes up, right? And also make sure you're clear and concise. You see, what you don't want to do is use really, I call them flowery words. You're trying to pull out the thesaurus and use words that make you sound smart and make your people feel dumb because they feel like they've got to Google to work out what the words are. So don't get fancy, right? Write like a 5th grader. Also, for your title, keep it short as well. Whatever its name is, don't make it too long. Another thing is emphasize the benefits. Now, do you all know the difference between benefits and features? Can I get a yes or no in the chat? The difference between a benefit and a feature is a feature is the stuff. Right? It's the thing that they get. The benefit is the bright, beautiful feelings or the shift in mindset. The best way to think of a benefit is, I always say, you get this and this and this so you can, it's a great sentence, so you can, it's not a sentence, it's 3 words, insert benefit. Okay. Always, always, always remember to include a call to action in the freebie. So whatever the offer was on the thank you page, make sure on the last page of your lead magnet, it has the same call to action. So it pulls them back into the funnel that they didn't complete in regards to booking that appointment. And another thing you can Google to come up with titles is power words, right? They're really useful. So when you're sort of starting to think about this, I'll give you a couple of examples. So you could have, so the lead magnet type plus the lead magnet name plus benefit. Okay? Free download is the lead magnet type. The lead magnet name, perfect introduction script so you can feel confident speaking to prospects. Or free video is the lead magnet type. 9 secrets revealed on what mums do to make their kids eat veggies. I never had that problem. My daughter loved veggies. She went vegetarian for a while. All right. We feel good about that. We got some good tips here. Now, who's ready for some GSD? Yeah? Love it. Awesome. All right. So let me talk to you about your GSD task. We're going to set a little timer as we work through this, and you are going to step 1. Ready? We're going to have 5 minutes on the timer, and your first step is to brainstorm ideas. So I'm going to set that timer, and you're just going to start writing. Now, here's the thing. I do not want you to get stuck trying to solve the problem. The purpose of this brainstorming session is to just come up with as many ideas as you can on paper in 5 minutes. So I want you to brainstorm out problems. That's it. Not the solutions, just problems that you hear. We ready for GSD? Yeah? All right, let's do it. 5 minutes. Come back to me if you're multitasking. Let's get this shit done. And even if you're out there on the live stream, I'm still talking to you too, or on replay. Let's do this.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. I will not bow down. Keep putting me off, I'm not gonna change my mind. You're headstrong forward, but this time around I'm taking my time. Don't push me, I'm not coming down, I'm not giving up. Oh, don't rush me, I made up my mind, going straight to the top. Follow blindly, way my own way. See the truth behind it. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you're all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up? Hey, what's going?
Alrighty, we are back. All right, that's step one. Now we have a list of problems. Come back to me now and put in the chat how many problems did you come up with? Count them up. How many problems did you come up with? Put them in the chat. Let's see how many we can do for 5 minutes. All right. We've got a few popping in here now. Monica says 13. Jenny, 19. Not slow writing, Maria. Just what you were supposed to do. Right? Just what you were supposed to do. Is that it? All of those people in this room, and I've only got 3 people. Come on. You're going to start me calling you out, coming in here and wasting time when you could be working on important IPAs right now. There we go. There we go. 8 to 10. Yes, 3. Good. Keep them coming in. You know I'll hold you accountable, right? Okay. Next step. Now you've got a list of problems. This second part now, I want you to look through these and choose which top 3 you think you hear the most. Have a look. Or is there just one that's like standing out? If not, top 3. No more than 3. You've got to cull them. Which one you hear the most. And just circle them. So that's step 2. Okay. Next step. Now you're going to start writing a list of steps you would take people through to teach them or help them to solve that problem, okay? What are the steps? First, would they, what? Like if, for example, like me, let's think of some problem I've got. Not exercising. So getting out there and running a 5K marathon is not a great first step. You'd be lucky if I park down the back at the supermarket so I can walk in a few more steps. So step 1 might be just committing to put walking shoes on, right? Second step, next day, go to the front door after you've put your shoes on. Next day, put your shoes on, walk to the letterbox. Next day, walk to the end of the street or court or block. So what are some simple, remember that what they have to have in them as well? Right here, I'm going to come back here. Easily consumable, action-driven, noticeable improvement, and relevant to what it is. The others, you know, are kind of a no-brainer, like free and instant. They're a no-brainer. Now, let's go back to those 3, and I'm going to give you another GSD for 5 minutes. And in this one now, pick the biggest one, the one that you think you hear the most. And I want you to just look and write a few steps to explain what you would teach your ideal client to solve that problem. We ready? 5 minutes. Here we go.
gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your mind tricks and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways.
All right, well done, everybody. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We've got your problem. You've chosen one problem, maybe three, but we're going to get it down to one, okay? When you're sitting there for the last 5 minutes thinking about it, put in the chat, what is the problem that you're going to solve? Let me know in the chat. Now we've just done the solution, and now you need to think about a freebie name, the title of your freebie. So come back and write down the problem that you're solving. I'll put it up on screen. Maybe somebody out there watching or on the replay is like, oh, I could do with that help. And you just might end up getting someone outreach to you because they want to see this freebie. All right. Here we go. Jenny has... Whoops, let's bring you back up, Jenny. So anyone want anything from Jenny Milton? Or is it Jenny? Oh, hang on. Fear of judgment of your social posts. I'm not sure which Jenny. We've got about 4 Jennies in the community, so it's one of the Jennies. This one is, it's Jenny Williams. Hello, Jenny Williams. Lovely to see you here. Jenny Williams just became one of my 9. Yay! Hello, Jenny. All right. What else? Is that it? Nobody else is going to share what their problem is? Well, Jenny, who knows who's watching? Maybe somebody wants your help. Choose one, right? Imperfect action at its best. Nothing wrong with just picking one for now. It's not set in cement. It's written in sand. Okay. So now that we have your problem, now you need to come up with a title. Okay, so start thinking about a title. If you need help, then this is where you can raise your hand and I'll give you a little bit of help. All right, let's come over here to Joanne. Joanne, what would you like help with?
Oh, no, I was just volunteering to tell you, what I came up with. That was all.
Yeah, okay, tell me. I would love to know what you came up with, Joanne.
As you know, Sally, but I work with women who have had pregnancy loss. And the things that I came up with were, I had 3 problems, so that was easy. The top 3 things that women who have had a pregnancy loss say to me.
Yep.
Would you like to stop struggling with pregnancy loss and move forward while honoring your baby?
Yep.
And how to deal with the things that people say to you after you've had a pregnancy loss.
Yep. Yep. All right. So, whoops. So you've got how to move on. Sorry, I was just writing these down. I'll bring this back up here. Let me just grab this, copy that before I go to that. And then I can bring you also in there. Oh, look at that. There's Joanne. All right. So how to move forward after loss. How to speak to others, and which one do you think would be the one that most people would really want to know?
I think what I hear most,
Yep.
although a lot of people talk about, those three things about they forget my baby and that kind of thing. But I think the one that I hear the most is people say the stupidest things to me, and it triggers me, and I want them to stop.
Mm.
And I could give them 15 examples. I won't, but I could, because people say really stupid things. They mean well.
Yeah.
And I want people to understand that they come from a good place in their heart.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with people when
Yeah.
they say something stupid?
Yeah. So, look, my godmother was the prime example, because I just lost Dylan. It was about 3 weeks, and my best friend had a baby, and we were all sitting around having dinner, and she passed me the baby, and I cried. And my godmother says, "What are you crying for?" And then she said, "But you didn't even get to bring him home."
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
Because my mum lost a kid to SIDS, and that was worse because he was alive for 3 months versus I lost him in the hospital. So I get it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a great one. So all you got to do is give them a few helpful tips. One.
Well, the tips that I came up with were, what have people said to you, and what have you said to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk briefly about forgiveness of yourself and others.
Yep.
And set boundaries and have a plan for how you're going to deal with them.
Yep. So 3 strategies, tips, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
to help you deal with people asking stupid questions that trigger you when you've just recently been through a loss, right? Nice and simple. Yep, love it. Awesome. All right. So then all of you just need to have a think about your name. That's the next step. Thinking about the name of your freebie. And remember, we went through those tips before, right? Use numbers or a sense of urgency, but be clear and concise and keep it short. Emphasize the benefits, okay? And you can use power words. So you're going to come up with a title for your freebie. Now, I really want you guys to finish this. So we're going to do another 5 minutes. You are going to brainstorm your title. This is action taking at its best. No fluffing around here. Remember, it's not written in cement. Okay, it's written in sand. But by the end of today, you will have that freebie just left to design. Okay, that's it. I'm even going to give you what to write on the introduction page and the conclusion page as well. So now, looking at your notes, I want you to come up with your title. And once you think you've got it, write it in the chat. If you've got a few options, then just ask the room for help in the chat. Let's do it.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember All things must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so
Alrighty. Let's see what's come in. We have Jenny. 5 steps to celebrate your expertise in social media. Nice. The top 3 ways to deal with the things people say to help you after pregnancy loss. Yeah, good. Prudence. How to delegate like a pro. Oh, love that. Saving time. You know I'm all about saving time. Saving time working with a VA. Cool. The ultimate delegation checklist. Great work. All right. So keep them coming in, and I love seeing all of your responses. So please keep popping them into the chat. There we go. Free. Monica says free 5-step guide to get clear on your dreams. Lack of sleep aging you prematurely. 7 free simple things to try. Look at this. You're all doing so well today. All right. Now that we have where's my one? We've got the name, the problem, the solution, and the title. So now we're going to start thinking about what you're going to do on the introduction page and the conclusion page. So I'm going to pop into the chat for everybody inside of the room. If I can click everybody, and I'm going to attach a file. Now, this is a very old freemium that I have taken a screenshot of for you. But this first one is your introduction. And then the second one is recent designs, the last page. Okay. So let me go through this with everybody out on the live, and you can certainly, on the replay, you can pause, okay, and write it out. But what I want you to do is while you're writing, like what I'm going to give you, you are also going to be inserting your own words into this. All right. So at the beginning, on the very first page, you're going to have the name of your freebie. So the one I'm going to use as an example is my perfect Facebook Live introduction script. All right. Now, name of title at top. Then you're going to write, hi, my name is, insert your name. And then what is your position in the company? So for me, the founder of, and then insert your business name. So for us, it would be OmniSam. Then you're going to say, I help, and insert who you help. So we help small business owners, but in this old script I wrote female entrepreneurs. 2, what is the thing you help them with? Now reference the freebie. You probably help with lots and lots of things, but reference something that's in the freebie. So for me, I would write, I help female entrepreneurs to leverage Facebook to grow their personal brand and business, because the script is around using Facebook Lives. I wrote this freebie way back in like 2018. So it's a very old one that I dug out of the trenches. So that's your first paragraph. My name is Sally Sparks Cousins, the founder of OmniSam. I help female entrepreneurs to leverage Facebook to grow their personal brand and business. Second paragraph. My name of freebie. So you pop in your name of freebie, and then in brackets, part of my, and then name your larger program. So for me, I used to have a course which was called Sparkle Live. Okay, so this is how it would read. My introduction script, in brackets, part of my Sparkle Live online course, close brackets, has been responsible for helping, and then insert who you've helped, how many people you've helped, of, insert the niche, to, insert the thing that the script helps them with, or what the freebie helps them with, so they can insert the big, beautiful benefit. Okay, so my name of freebie, in brackets, part of my name of your offer or course or whatever the name of your program is, has been responsible for helping how many of what type of people, to insert what your script is or your freebie is helping them with, which has allowed them to, or so they can, big, bright, beautiful benefit. So what you're doing is you are just modeling mine and adding your own sparkle. As we like to say here, take my shit, add your own sparkle. So
Sally, could you say that again, please?
You've got a copy, my love, in the chat. Everybody here in the VIP room, in the Elites, I've actually given you a copy of this old freebie. Well, just the front, back, at the front and the back pages. Okay, so second paragraph. My introduction script template, part of my Sparkle Live with Purpose course, has been responsible for helping thousands of businesswomen go live with confidence, which has allowed them to generate income and new leads. Okay, now the next sentence is the without it. So without it, you will what? What will they lose? Usually it's time or money. Without it, you will waste time trying to figure it out, what verbiage to use to keep the visitor engaged. Nice and simple. Don't make it too long. It's meant to be a short sentence, which is actually a paragraph of its own. Without it, you will waste time, lose money, continue to feel overwhelmed, scared too. And then the fourth paragraph is, with it, you will what? So for us, I wrote on ours, with it, you will remove the guesswork and be able to implement your introduction wording to captivate your viewers to watch you live or on replay to the or live or on replay to the end and convert them into new customers or leads. So that's what I had. So you've got that without it and then with it statement and telling them the outcome, the promise, what it will help them achieve. So you will have 4 paragraphs just like me using that exact framework. All right. Then in between, that's when you're going to get into Canva and you're going to make your freebie. Or even better, if you already have an existing one, don't reinvent the wheel. Just stick it in the middle. What all the tips are, the strategies are, whatever it is. Then the very last page, you will again, at the top, the name of the freebie that they downloaded. And this is how we end the freebie. First paragraph, you are in possession of a tool that can help you get massive what? Insert a benefit. So I said, you're in possession of a tool that will help you get massive engagement when used correctly. So that's a first sentence. Second sentence in this paragraph is, but unless you understand that you need to, now this is where we're building a gap between your freebie and the next logical step. Okay? So, but unless you understand how to, and tell them what else they need to learn other than that one problem you've solved, and then you end it with, it will be another underutilized tool sitting in your toolbox. So our example is, you are in possession of a tool that can help you get massive engagement when used correctly. But unless you understand that you need to create engaging content, right? Because it was just the introduction script that they got to make people stay through the live to the end. So unless you know how to create engaging content that your audience is looking for, it will be an underutilized tool that sits inside your toolkit. So that's paragraph 1. Next paragraph, and I always love to know what type of car people choose here. It's like having the keys, bad spelling mistake, imperfect action right there I can see in the screenshot I've given you. It's like having the keys to insert your favorite car, but not knowing how to drive it. So mine is a Maserati. I'm always interested to see what people put in there for themselves. All right, next paragraph. So if you would like to use the name of script or name of freebie to its fullest potential, I want to show you how. Through and insert whatever it was that you offered on the thank you page. So a discovery session or whatever that one-time offer is. I think mine was a short course, a 5-day training program for this particular one. And then where I help you to, and then think of 3 things that you will help them to do. So for us, it was map out your content, share how to set up with good lighting, and give you the skills to overcome the fear of going live. So 3, think about the steps, the things that you wrote inside, and what are the next logical steps beyond that. And then the end of that sentence is, this will help you to maximize your results and turn this free resource into a way to what? Build a business, gain more confidence, lose weight, get fitter, speak to those, finally be able to move on from the loss of a child. What is the thing? And then we tell them that in this, insert the thing, discovery call. I will also give you, and now you also want to include some kind of additional free resource, as well as getting the freebie from you here. You're also going to give them another freebie on the call. So it could be a blueprint, an implementation map, right? When I do a call, I usually create a plan or a map. We call it a marketing action plan or an automation plan or blueprint. Because that's how a sales call is structured, right? We ask lots of questions to find out their problems and then tell them the steps that they need. That's the plan. Hopefully you're all doing sales calls, just saying it's the best way to learn your messaging and your problems and get better at your marketing because you're hearing the problems from the real humans and you're not guessing. All right, so that's it. Then a big button, huge, with a link to that calendar, that checkout, whatever it was that was in the funnel. So ours on this one says click to enroll for only $9.95. And on the button, when designed in Canva, when you save it as a PDF, it is an interactive PDF. So you can actually embed a URL on the PDF that they click. I always back it up with the link below the button if they want to type it in. And back when I did this in 2018, nobody had QR codes, or they were around but nobody used them. Nowadays, you could add a QR code to that page as well. And again, if you're adding a QR code, do add the link to the image because then it's still clickable. Because if you see a QR code, you can't just click it. You'll take a photo of it to click it. So make sure that the QR is an embeddable link. So that is your first and your conclusion page that you will do in your freebie. And then once that's done, if you have the OmniSam business in a box, all you're going to do is add a new opt-in page and a new landing page. So if I take you over into OmniSam, and we'll go into this in our next lesson next week, is generating the actual funnel. So today we've built the lead magnet. Next week, we're going to come in here and we're going to build the funnel inside of sites. And if you have OmniSam, I can even give you the landing pages so that all you have to do is customize. And then what we're going to do is, hang on a second, I'm just not sharing screen. Here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come into sites, and together we're going to build those landing pages. And like I said, if you want a copy of that, then just email us before next week's live and we will get that pushed to your account. And also we'll be building out the automation And if you've got a business in a box, you should already know what that is, right? Because it's going to be in here and you're just going to be adding it here. Okay. All right. So that's this week. You're going to go away now and design your lead magnets. What I want to see from you is I want to see that you have completed the design, download it as a PDF, and then share it inside of the GSD Facebook group. Now, think about it. This is your opportunity to get shit done, but also people are going to see it, and some of those people are going to be like, yeah, I really want that. Okay? So that's your task for this week. So before we head out, let's get some key takeaways from the gallery. Who would like to come up and share what's your key takeaway from today? Come on, if you don't raise your hand, you know I'm just going to pull you up. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. All right, let's do Prudence. Come on up, Prudence. I'm going to bring you on screen. Hang on a second. Are you in my... No, I've got to add you. And then I can bring you in here. What was your key takeaway from today?
I think I had an appreciation for the intro and the out piece.
Yeah.
So that was nice to have it simplified for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Because that's your next step. That's your call to action. Otherwise, it's a dead end if we don't have a call to action on the last page. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
What about Maria Semple? Come on up, Maria. Let me find you over here.
Yes, thank you.
are. Yeah.
I'm frozen.
I've got the wrong screen because there's two Maria Semples in here. There she is. All right, Maria.
There is one. There is one in the kitchen with my own computer. So when I can go to the other side of the house, I don't miss anything.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. I love it too. Well, I think the insight is about creating those columns to think about the problem and brainstorming the problem, and then the next column about the solution and creating, a few lines on what solution, and then the name and putting it all together. So I think that is a great formula for many of us that are starting with this, and it can be confusing or not confusing, but I find it at times paralyzing, right? Have you experienced that with your clients, that they might feel, what to do?
Yeah.
But now, steps.
That's it. You've got to think of the small steps because we know the answer, right? We know all the answers, and some of us have been studying for decades at what our craft is. But what people eventually pay you for is not for you to teach them everything you know. They're actually paying you to put it through your filter and teach them what they need to know, not everything that you know. So this is where it's so important to continue doing those sales calls until your offer is really clear, because the only person who's going to give you insights into how to improve your offer, well, one, come to me and I can do the strategy side, but messaging is all with them. So, yeah, great work though today. I saw you participating and doing the things. That's so important. Joanne, you want to come up and share? What's your key takeaway from today?
I think I've been feeling a little bit like Maria did in terms of being stalker overwhelmed. But I'm telling you, I looked at this, I wrote it all down. I can do this. I am so excited that there's I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
OmniSam is going to be fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. But I had, when you asked me 2 weeks ago or so what my what my freebie was, and it was like, well, it's my 5-day course. I don't have a lead magnet. And it was like, you don't have anything? It's like, no, but I do. I mean, it's right here on paper. I am beside myself excited.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's bring up a couple of newbies. Bridget, come on up. what was your key takeaway from today? Oh, hang on, I got to add you to the cameras. And bring you up on here. Bridget. Where are you hiding? There you are. All right, Bridget, what was your key takeaway from today?
I like what I put together, which is great, but I'm leaning towards a product. So I need to have a little more guidance on that. But so I might have to, like I have my 7 things that I can tell them to do that's free. And I'm looking at what I can offer for my low intro item to go with it.
Yeah.
But I think I have a strategy that's leading better.
What's the lowest priced or some of the lower popular products in your product range?
So what I chose was sleep.
Yep.
So I have a $33 tincture without going into what my products are. There's sleep jellies that are 60.
Yep.
And there's a roll-on or a soak that's 16.
Okay, that sounds good. Roll-on.
And they have a bundle. They have the roll-on is 24.
Yep.
And then they have a bundle of 3 of the items together for 84.
Okay.
So
here's what you could do. Can you, if somebody says that they've downloaded the resource to get better sleep, rather than trying to sell a product on the thank you page, are you also team building? You're in network marketing, right, Bridget?
Correct.
Yeah. I would offer a sleep consultation to improve sleep next. Because when they come in, you know they've gotten the sleep one, so you know that their problem's going to be around sleep. I will give you the script on how to run the sales calls and then offer them product or business, right? Because you may find a business builder first before going straight to the product, because a business builder is going to buy the product anyway. So I would bring them in to chat and just start with that. You're going to give them a sleep plan, something like that.
Okay.
Okay. And then you bring him in and use the sales script where you just talk about, why did you book the call? Why me? Why now? So we're getting lots and lots of whys from them, why they do this, why they do that.
What have they tried? What worked? What didn't work?
Yeah. Your sales call will be 20% talking, 80% listening and taking notes on every problem that you hear, so that when you then get to the offer part of the sales call, you've got a plan to give them first. So the structure of a sales call is the why section. Why now? Why me? Why did you book? Right? And then what's your biggest struggle? And in that one, this is where you'll keep using words like tell me more. Tell me more. But there's various ways to say tell me more. Oh, that's interesting. Can you elaborate? That just means tell me more.
Right.
I used to have Post-it notes across the top of my screen with different ways to say tell me more, to dig down until you get to the feelings, right? Because they'll start very surface level. And then once you've got at least 3 problems that you've heard them say, then you do the I'm hearing you stage. So we repeat back to them. So what you're saying to me is that you're struggling with this and you would like to be able to do that. So problem, outcome, problem, outcome. And you keep saying, is that right? Did I hear that correct? Is that, and they go, yes, yes, yes. They're called mini closes. Yes, yes.
Yep.
Once you've repeated back to them in their words the 3 things and the outcomes they want to achieve, then you say, is it okay with you when we move into the plan? Right? Here's a plan, and give them 3 simple steps. Now, being that you're in network marketing, you will probably try to lean towards the business side first, because they'll save money long-term on the product and potentially make recurring revenue if they have other people. Now, remind me, I can't remember, was it you? I said I would teach the napkin technique and the the 4Bs. I know that's something I want to do with our network marketers. That's a future lesson. Okay. So think about that, because you'll get better results if you talk to people. I know everyone's like, oh, I just want to sell something. But at the end of the day, aren't we doing what we're doing to help people? And the best way to figure out how to help them is to talk to them.
Because I didn't, when you said add something, a small buy, I was wondering, like, I was thinking in my head, do I make that into a more comprehensive list of your problems before going to the sale? Like for $10, I can give you a list of, here's a self-diagnosis of why you're not sleeping. So
if
when
you want,
call
you could
me
throw
with
a little
consultation-
questionnaire, like using Score app or something like that. You could have a purchasable one there, but I'll still tell you again, your best results will be jumping on the phone with somebody. You see, when you don't and you're not hitting your sales targets and you cannot pay for a lot of leads to come in, the best way to spend your time is talking to people so you can get more sales faster, because you'll convert way higher on a sales call than you will on a landing page with an offer. You just do. Okay.
Great.
And where's my little? I've got a little list here. I don't know where it's gone, of the exact numbers. I know the conversion rate on the thank you page, I always want that to be 20%. I can't remember the thank you page off the top of my head. I think it might be 5%, but a sales call is like 20% minimum closing on a sales call. All right, guys. So we're going to now go dark with everybody here inside of the VOZ. So hang out. If you don't know and you're brand new to the Elite program, I stay here on Tuesday for you to answer questions. So please come prepared with your questions. And this is not for me to spend hours with every single one. This is problem, solution, action. Right? This is so that I can give you something to do. And maybe you implement that action while I'm still answering other people's questions, and then we can move on to the next one. All right? So that we're best utilizing this time. So you're having IPAs and you're considering your strategy. Bring me any sexy numbers you've got. So if you're running ads, I want to see the numbers so I can tell you how your conversions are going and give you some tips. I will not run your ads. I run my own. And I used to teach it, but I will look at it. I hate running ads because it's like watching paint dry and I can't help myself. I just keep refreshing. Those sexy numbers, give me more. So I don't run ads, but I will once a week. You can bring me your numbers and we can have a look. And if you're running any other strategies or you're not sure which traffic source, right? Actually, while we're here, let me just quickly show you. No, I'm not going to, because I've got to end here to go dark. Sally, digress. Go follow the timetable that the team set you. If you don't know me by now, I always go over time. So always block out extra time if I'm around. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on Strategy with Sally. I hope that you took action and didn't just listen and then be one of those 99% of people who don't do anything with what we've covered here today. Even if you're not part of the elites, you are still in the GSD by OmniSam Facebook group. If you post your freebie in the group, I'm giving you an opportunity to post in our group in front of our audience. Okay, and all of those people in the group, if you're there, it's probably because you come through paid ads. This is our way also to pay it forward, because those people who do post their freebies, and that's just for this week, okay, just this week, but post your freebies and you never know who's watching. Now, there's a second group you can go into if you really want to. It's an old Facebook group with over 5,000 people. It's called the 6-Figure Freedom Funnel Formula, because the Freedom Funnel Formula is my signature method. If you want to go and hunt that one down, you're more than welcome to go and join that and post in there too. We just stream. We don't manage that group as much, but people are still commenting and viewing. And again, I'm giving you good karma, pay it forward, reciprocity, the opportunity to get in front of our audience and share what it is you can do to help. And then next week, we're going to build the funnel. So guess what happens when you share next week? People are going to opt in. Yay! Awesome. All right. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Make sure you do get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. And I will see you next week, same time, on all the places. Best place, YouTube. But hey, we still make sure we're in all the places. Have a great one. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. And I will see you next week on the live.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.